Hi everybody, it's Bartie Joyce here, back again with another vlog. For this week's vlog I'm going to talk to you about the music equipment that I use for my music, like my songs and all that sort of stuff. And it's day 12 of my 30-day November series. Well, I use a Takamine for like recording my songs and playing my playlist quite a bit actually. My first ever guitar that I bought that I still play right now, like regularly, and I still love to actually do like my busking with this. And if I ever have any, I got it from a shop called Manson's in Exeter. So if there's any problem, I'm touch wood. If there's ever any problems that I have with it, I can just take it straight to them, and then they can sort it out, and whatever it is like the price and that. But yeah, but the equipment that I've used is my acoustic guitar, my Takamine. It's a sunburst one. I've done a video about this before. I also use that to record these two albums. For my EP. I look a bit young there. I actually got a bit of facial hair now coming through, and that's my latest album. Available if anybody wants one. Comment below. And I use my PRS. God, that's a heavy one. A bit dusty for my electric stuff. So again, I've got a self tuner there. I clipped on, and you just charge it up. And I love that. There's a totally different feel to that one, but I love it because it's obviously gets you stronger with your fingers, like that sort of side of things, and it encourages you to do more like bends. Like that sort of side of things, instead of doing like normal chords. It's probably out of tune because I haven't played it for a while. Sounds out of tune, but these are what strings? These are elixir strings. So it's different. I tried a black PRS strings for this, but I literally put it on. I recorded one song, did that, and the top piece snapped. I don't recommend DR strings for an electric guitar, but acoustic most definitely, because they just look really smart, and I think the colours go with that guitar as well. But yeah, this is just like, I need to do a bit more practice on my electric guitar really, but I'm getting there slowly. We also use an acoustic bass, which is obviously my friend's guitar. We use a Fender bass, which is an electric sort of version of it. And we use the ukulele, which again, them three are my friend's instruments to actually use. That he allowed me to use for the for my album as well, which was very handy. And yeah, it's just like learning different things, like how to actually. This is a totally different feel to that one. As soon as you pick this one up, it makes you want to be instantly doing solos, but I need to do a little bit more practice on that side of things rather than doing basic side of things. That one's just, I love doing the rhythm side of things of that. It's not as easy to do like that. So that one, it's yeah you can do it, but it's a different total sound on. It sounds more slick on the electric guitar than it does on the acoustic one. My acoustic guitar is an electric acoustic, as you can see there, and we used it with the mic as well, and then you can mix those sounds to make like a fuller sound in your song or your project, whatever you're deciding to do, which is a very handy thing to do. I used a virtual amp in the Logic program, and every time I was going through the sounds, I would always my ears would always love the tweed sound, which was a bit thingy, a bit crazy. So perhaps that might be a future unboxing video if I do eventually get a tweed amp as well, because we got a few unboxing videos coming up very soon. So stay tuned for those. Yeah, it's just like a great thing. I mean, like you not necessarily want to buy a guitar. You could buy other things as well for whatever you fancy doing. But it's good for your soul to be able to play music, be creative with things and things like that. Like, just sit down for a few hours and strum away, practice someone else's songs. Like you could do Ed. That's like, and you do other things like you do whoever your favourite artist is. To like start learning their sort of side of things and that, which is awesome. Well, actually, so going back to actually songs that I've learned, with the Perfect song. It's actually, I think, on the YouTube in the old Guitar app or thingy. I think he plays it capo too. But however, that I even moved it down to capo 1, but that was still too much. I still a push. So I actually had to end up tuning my guitar flat to a D, so like 2 semitones from no capo as well, which was a new thing. And the reason why I did that is because instead of me going into falsetto, I had to try and get into a belt, which I was struggling to get to that belt beforehand. So I had to tone it down 2 semitones. I had to tune it flat, which was a new experience for me again there. So perhaps that might be something that I will be trying on my second album. Instead of using the capo, I might try a different technique again there. And you're always learning on the guitar, so I would eventually love to learn more on my electric guitar, so like I can actually do proper videos for you and actually do like videos like how to play a certain solo or how to go about like playing like a certain chord or things like that. And so that's something that I would love to do eventually. If you want to see videos of me, say you wanted to learn the A minor, if you want to see videos like me talking about how you play an A minor chord, please write down in the comments box like, yeah, I'd love to see you do that as a playlist, like, or like to learn how to do the G chord or how you can do them differently as well, because that's a different thing about that you learn from playing the guitar. I mean, obviously you've got power chords like that as well, which are easier. They're easier to play than those sort and the open chords. So bar chords are a bit of a struggle for me, but obviously you got to keep learning. Yeah, I use guitar cases, and I actually use soft back ones because I prefer to like when I put them away, so I put them on my back. I actually got a rucksack as well. It's like a rucksack thing, so it's a bit more. So you're not like holding it. Well, you can hold it obviously like that as well on that one. You can either hold it on the back on that one or fire the handle. But obviously sometimes it's nice to put it on by backpack, so it's like on you straight away, so you don't have to lug it around everywhere. It's a bit more comfortable. But you can also get hardback ones where it's just where you just hold it along, which is well, obviously like I said, depends on what you want what your preference is for it all, because you might decide to have that, you might decide to have the hardware. There's probably other options as well, I imagine, like I said, probably you can Google it on the internet and things like that, research it. Obviously it's different brands. That one's a Kingsman and this one is a PRS guitar case. So it's obviously a different makes that you can have. I'm sure it's probably a Takamine guitar case, so you can actually have it like for the specific guitar that you've got, like this, so the same brand and that. So it's obviously, again, that's all up to you, what you want to have as your guitar case. There are different ways that you can actually play the guitar. You can play it with, you play obviously strumming with the plectrum, or without like just finger picking, like that. But there's obviously, whatever you find comfortable, I find it more comfortable to use a plectrum. But it's different sounds that whatever sound you're looking for. That's obviously using the plectrum. It's more of a pure and richer sound. Whereas if you're looking for a lighter sound, you can use your fingers. Like if you're doing a song that's really meaningful to you and you want it to be a bit like, you want people to pay attention, you want it to be like hitting heartstrings and things like that, you can you can do that as well. But again, there isn't any rules in guitar learning really. Well, there is and there isn't. There's rules to start off with, but as soon as you know the rules, there's no rules after that. You can play whatever you want, and as long as you like what you're doing, I'm pretty sure there's people out there that will relate to it, and then you'll start getting your fans on board. I mean, at the start of this year, I had I think 186 subs on my channel. I'm now near the 1,300 subscriber count now. So it's obviously I'm improving on that side of things and getting closer. I've got over 50,000 views on now. So thank you everybody for helping me reach my target. So I've reached all my targets for this my personal ones, but please continue to help me grow a bit more. Let's just see if we can get on trending next. And if any of you play the guitar, please leave a comment on this thingy with your channel. I can give you a shout out in a future video and see what happens after that. I mean, it would be pretty awesome. And nice to see. If you've done any covers that I've done, it'd be good to see how you've done them as well, which would be quite an interesting thing to see the comparison with it all, which would be really cool thing to check out. Because like I said, there's different ways you can play a cover. Like you want to make them your own sort of way as well. Covers, you don't want it to be like say you're doing an Ed Sheeran song, you don't want it to be like Ed Sheeran. You want it to be like well whoever you are. I want it to be like Bartie Joyce because that's what I am. But if you're whoever you are, that's what you want it to be like, and then hopefully people will be like, oh, that's that person who's sings that song, and so on. That's it for this week's vlog, people. Please like, share, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.